It has been a minute. As you can see, I have a big stack of journals that are all complete except for this guy, who is half complete. So these have been my creative journals throughout the year 2022. I last did a flip through back in March, so I've done flip throughs of January and February and the first half of this one, which is March, and then April happened and life got a bit hectic and I had to put YouTube on the back burner. It's been a pretty busy year, it's been a great year, but I didn't have bandwidth to film and edit videos. A lot has happened. The biggest, most exciting thing was I got married. So I'm a wife now, which is really cool. I love being married, but a lot of planning was involved, and I was very involved in crafting our our dream wedding. So a lot of my spare time went on wedding stuff. I also started a new job with a tech startup, and so working quite long hours and learning and getting to grips with the technology and stuff. So I just didn't really have too much time. I really made a priority to do these journals because I love journaling, and I love documenting, and these were, I really love my big fat journal stack. It's really cool. You'll see, so I am going to do a flip through for all of these journals. I've chosen a really good time of day to start filming. It's just before the sun sets, so that's great, and I have a bit of a cold, so perfect filming conditions for you. But yeah, I figured, I'm not gonna go back and do January, February and March. I'm just gonna start with April. So it's at the moment I'm filming, it's the 10th of December 2022, and so I'm just gonna film and see how I get on. Maybe I'll break it up, maybe I'll do it all in one big go. But yeah, I'm excited to show you my journal flip throughs and talk through a little bit about how the year has gone, what my plans are for 2023. I no longer work at the tech startup, which has freed up a lot of my time, obviously. But I am looking forward to seeing what my next gig is going to be, and in the meantime I'm really excited that I have this chance to spend more time making videos for YouTube, but also I have more capacity now to look at releasing some of my old Art Witch Academy content. So if you know me from Art Witch Academy, which is an online school of, I was going to say witchcraft and wizardry, of art witchery. So my friends V and Caroline and I all hosted different lessons online based on art and ritual and things like that. So that closed March 2022, but I am thinking of releasing some of my old classes, and I think I'm probably going to do that on Etsy, where you will have a PDF and then that will link out to the lesson content and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to explore that. If you have been a member of Art Witch Academy in the past and there are any of my classes that you would like to do again or would like to see re-release, please comment below and let me know. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's absolutely fine. Just watch this space. So I think as far as introductions go, if you haven't come to my YouTube channel before, haven't seen any of my videos before, hello, my name's Emily. I'm also known as Fern and Oak Art on the internet, and I love to journal, create art, and am a little cottage witch living in a nice little witch cottage with my husband, my cat, and my very old bunny. So yeah, let's begin and look through some of my journals. Okay, so this journal is half of a Midori journal sliced in half, and then I just put some scrapbook paper and sticky back plastic to the cover. So the first half of this journal I have a flip through of already. So this is for April. Excuse, there will probably be glare. I can see there's a glare on this sticker because I'm filming this in winter and the sun is setting, so I've got to use my artificial lights to film because I didn't plan to do this in the day, and even in the day it's really dark anyway. So I started to get really busy in April, so I didn't do a lot of like writing journaling, but for me that's okay. For me, my creative journals are more like a visual diary, a visual journal, creative journal, so that's all good. I have here a calendar from Courtney Diaz's Patreon, and then this is a currently list that I made myself, so some pictures of cherry blossom from last year that I took, and at the start of April I was reading The Stand by Stephen King. I was watching Emily in Paris. Do you know what? I think I only watched about 3 episodes of Emily in Paris, and I did actually quite enjoy it, so I should probably revisit that at some point. And Made in Chelsea, which is one of my guilty pleasure watches. I was planning for my new job and enjoying the last days of freedom, as we all do between work, and focused on getting organised. My card of the month that I drew, so back on New Year's Eve 2021, I drew 12 cards as like a monthly theme for each year using a Thoth tarot deck, and my theme for April was Lust, which is the Thoth version of the Strength card. This is a Bye Bun sticker, which looks very cool. I'm loving that rainbow hollow effect. And this was an old collage sheet from Caroline Freya Fenwick, and this was Courtney Diaz as well. These little fairies I fussy cut out of some PET tape that I got from Paper Game Co. And I did the background just using coloured pencils. So previously I'd been doing a lot of like watercolour or like Posca pens. I just didn't have time to wait for pages to dry in April, so I just used coloured pencil to colour in the background. So the 1st of April we celebrated my close friend's birthday, which was really, really fun. It actually snowed during the day, which was wild. Snow in April, wow. But yeah, we had a really good time. It was really fun. Here's my lovely kitty Percy being all snuggly. And then the next day I was feeling a bit hungover, but I was determined to get some good stuff done in the garden, so I had a fun gardening day. I put up this cool head statue that my friend had got me for my birthday the year before, but I hadn't done anything with yet. And my plan was to move my rose to this area here. I don't know if you can see that too well. There we go. Yeah, to this part of the garden here, and have it climb up this trellis. So I like attached the trellis and the statue and cleared back some of the like weeds and stuff. And then I snapped this cute picture of Percy because I had a similar photo, like the same position, like nearly a year ago, and it was just really cute to see like how much he's grown. And we had no idea that big fluffy tail was gonna pop out. Um, yeah, nothing too much to say about this. We went to the garden centre, got loads of herbs and like plants and stuff. I remember I was really really into gardening and really wanted to. Previously I've done like herb gardens, but because we moved into our house March 2021? Yes, it was, but this is 2022. Oh my gosh, what is time? Because we moved in the spring the previous year, we were so focused on like unpacking and, you know, sorting out the actual house that we didn't really have a chance to do anything for the garden. So this year I really wanted to do lots of garden stuff. I remember, so this was like the day before I was starting my new job, and I had so many butterflies in my tummy. I hate being like the new girl and not knowing what I'm doing and stuff, so yeah, I was nervous. And then this was my first day at my job, and I worked remote, so I was just like, just log on and I've started work. It was kind of strange. I was pretty busy, and so what I started doing was just like putting like a couple of pictures per day. So this is the 5th. I finally got signed off for contact lenses, so that was really exciting because I've worn glasses for so many years, and it's really cool now to have the option for contact lenses. And then yeah, just kind of summarize like how the week had been. I really like how bright these pages are actually. It's interesting like looking back on this so many months later, yeah, and just kind of remembering little things that happened. I'm just covering that because that's my little baby nephew. I mean, he's wearing sunglasses, so his identity is kind of protected anyway. But here is a couple of days where I just did a photo cluster for you know, different things that were going on. And then, so one of my favourite things is having Percy in the bed. So Percy's not allowed to sleep with us because he gets really naughty and he just, it doesn't work. He doesn't sleep with us, but in the mornings he can come up and hang out with us in the bed, and it's really, he's just so, it's so cute, and yeah, I love cuddling up with him. Yeah, this is a printable from Courtney Diaz again, and this was more PET tape from Paper Game Co. And I liked how this all kind of went together, like the sort of animals theme. This is washi tape from, I think it's MT washi tape, I think. I can't quite remember. I'm pretty sure I got that direct from the MT website actually. Again, another kind of cluster of days. I think it was cluster of days. Oh no, this is all one day. But it was really exciting to see in the garden that the blossom was coming out, and you know, I did like this little photo shoot with my engagement ring. Maybe that was kind of lame, but I don't care. It's exciting being engaged. Some like just the mundane scenes from work life, and we got our driveway extended, which might seem really boring, but it was really exciting for us because our house is 1920s at least. It's like some bits are older. It's predominantly 1920s, but the drive was so narrow you couldn't fit a modern car through it, so we had to wait to get our driveway opened up, and then after that meant we could go ahead and buy a car. So that's why we were excited by it, and it looks nice as well. I liked using these Posca pens to kind of frame everything. I thought that looked cool, and just kind of experimenting with like shading, like blending these coloured pencils together. So we went on a lovely holiday to Scotland and stayed with my husband's auntie for over the Easter weekend. I took a ton of photos. We saw so much gorgeous, beautiful nature, but I actually wanted to do a separate travel journal, and I did start doing that, but because we were out like all day, I didn't get much of it done whilst I was away, and then when I came back home I was just so busy with work I just didn't really have time. So I just did this little highlights collage on Canva. I'll just I'll bring it up closer so you can see, just with a few of like my favourite photos. This was a place called Puck's Glen, and it was just the most magical place. It was so peaceful, so beautiful, amazing trees, moss everywhere. It was just amazing. It was so good. Look at the size of that tree. It's my husband, that's the tree. Wild. Yeah, it was really a really lovely holiday. This is us in the mountains. I'll try and insert some pictures that aren't like the size of my pinky finger. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is order like a photo book of the photos, because yeah, I did take a lot and I didn't really end up doing anything with them, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, never mind, it is what it is. This is a photocopy of a card I got from a souvenir shop in Scotland. I just thought it was really nice. It's actually on my wall at the moment. Just going to take a sip of my beverage. Very glamorous Diet Coke. I'm not used to talking to myself for so long anymore. For days where I just didn't have any photos or didn't really have too much to journal, like I've just put a picture here and put some stickers and washi around, and I think that is just fine. It, you know, it does the job. I think it looks quite nice. I need to get better at being a bit more minimal sometimes, because for me it's more important to document rather than to have it all looking perfect and stuff. So, and what I find I really enjoy about these creative journals is the sticking of things and like the decorating. It's really relaxing, especially when I've been like, you know, working hard all day or doing stuff all day, and you know, I pretty much exclusively journal in the evenings, and so I'm pretty tired by then, and it's nice to just kind of zone out and stick down pretty things in your journal. So I went out to Faux with my friends for dinner, and then we went to the cinema. We saw The Northman, which I enjoyed, but I thought I would enjoy it a lot more than I did, if that makes sense. I feel like it went on a little bit, but then when I was flying on my honeymoon later on in the year in August, I rewatched it on the plane, and I loved it. I did fall asleep for like half an hour in the middle of it, but yeah, if you haven't seen that film, it is pretty cool. I would recommend it, but it does, yeah, I think it maybe should have ended a bit earlier than it did. This is from Buy Bun. I think I got a parcel from a package or something, and that must have been on there because it looks like I've kind of torn it off the envelope. I do have these severed fingers as a washi tape as well, and they're very cool. Scenes from the garden. So these herbs I got from the garden centre. They were like little plugs, is that what you call them? But I just planted them out. They were like this when I bought them. But these herbs I grew from seed myself, which was pretty cool. Sadly, I mean, well, spoiler, I don't know if it's a spoiler, but I just got so busy with work and wedding prep that I kind of forgot to look after these herbs, and we had some really bad heat waves and they all just died. So that was kind of sad, but oh well. I think this was marking the last time I filmed a YouTube video. So 23rd of April, wow. Yeah, it has been a while, but hopefully it's good to be back. My friends and I went on a nice walk through the countryside to then have a roast at a really nice pub. And just, oh, look at these bluebells. I love spring. Bluebell season is just so much fun. Look at that. Beautiful. My granny moved into a care home, and this was some of her furniture, so I took this for safekeeping, and it's really beautiful. It's got all like all this inlay like decoration, and I keep like journaling supplies and stuff in it, and I got this cute fern to put on top. It has now sadly died. I can't keep houseplants alive. But yeah, I really like this little nook in my room actually. I enjoy like decorating it and stuff. It's like, yeah, it's a nice little cozy nook. I thought it was quite cute. Meg from Meg Journals sent me some wallpaper to use my journal, which is really kind of her, and she sent me these pre-stamped bits of paper because she said she liked seeing like pictures of Percy, and then Percy just happened to be in the same position, which I thought was really cute. I got some Birkenstocks, but they didn't really fit and I forgot to return them, which is really annoying. So they fit okay, but they're like a tiny bit too narrow, so I don't wear them that often, which is a shame, because they were expensive. I feel like yeah, a fail on that part. This was from Courtney Diaz as well, but I forgot to do it, and I can't remember what I was doing towards the end of April anymore. I love these little flowered PET tapes as like little borders and stuff. I got this from Paper Game Co as well. I'm pretty sure they still sell it, and what I like about Paper Game Co, they're on Etsy, is a lot of the time their tape, this is from them as well, you can get it as a clear PET tape or as a washi tape, so that's pretty cool. It was Jack's birthday, so on his actual birthday we went out for brunch at our local cafe, and I just made this kind of collage cluster, and then a couple of days later we went out for dinner at a nice restaurant, and we had fancy cocktails, and I was shocked that for the scallops they gave you one scallop, which I thought was a bit measly, but it was a very delicious scallop. And then yeah, there's the card, and I just had this picture of Percy. I kind of laid that picture over. I thought, yeah, I really like how these little clusters came together. Actually, I want to do, it's cool, I'm getting inspired like for future journals looking at this. And then the last day of the month, which is very exciting, we picked out our wedding rings from our local jewellers, and yeah, you can see oh, I don't know if it's going to focus, but yeah, that's my wedding ring. So yeah, it was very exciting. I wasn't expecting to like something like this. I was going to go for something really plain, and then I just thought it went really nicely with my engagement ring. So yeah, I just put this to symbolise that, and then afterwards these were all flowers that I had grown from seed alongside the herbs in my little greenhouse. And then in our garden we have like a gravel border, and I dug out all the gravel, it was so hard, and planted all these in the border. So I specifically picked plants that picked plants that were good for being in shallow borders, and also really bright, colourful and edible plants, because I was growing these to press and decorate our wedding cake with. So it's things like calendula and cornflowers and lots of like nice like cottage flowers and stuff. I think that's it. Oh yeah, so I have here like a roundup of the month, like a picture every day. Well, some days there are more pictures, some days there are less. I think as well for this month was the first time I did. Sorry, my camera just randomly stopped. Yeah, so this was the first time I did the pictures like bigger. It goes across like that. And then that's it. So I actually had a couple of pages left still, but I didn't bother taking them out because there were just a few. Oh, and at the back I put some of the printables I was using that I got off of Etsy. I think I talked about these more in the March flip through as well. Yeah, there is my flip through for April. I hope you enjoyed. It's really cool to be filming videos again. So I've got a couple in mind. I want to share like other journals that I did throughout the year. I did like a travel journal, not for Scotland, for San Francisco, because I went to San Francisco for a work thing. I've got a half-finished honeymoon travel journal, so I might actually finish that before sharing, and then sharing like what my plans are for journaling for 2023 as well. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you want to. You can find me on Instagram, fern.oak. No, that's not it. Oh gosh, I am rusty. fern.and.oak.art. So fern and oak art, with periods in between. I'll put a link below. Okay, bye!